shaking depending on where you may be. Thank you for joining me once again. I'm covering the magnitude 4.6 earthquake that struck just 32 kilometers west of Kazerun in Fars province, Iran. And that's probably this town right up over here. Let's dive into the details, the felt reports, potential damage, and the faults behind it. At 12:37 Universal Time, or 4:07 p.m. local time, in Iran, a magnitude 4.6 quake rattled the region. The quake was just 10 kilometers in depth, or about 6 miles. They often post 10 kilometers when they're not sure exactly how deep it was. This shallow depth of the earthquake means the shaking was more pronounced on the surface, but fortunately it was light overall. This event was noticeable across a wide area in Fars province. Residents in the Kish section of Kazerun, about 20 to 30 kilometers east of the epicenter, described a sudden jolt, like the ground swing for 10 to 15 seconds. Iranian news outlets, International, reported it as a 4.7, slightly higher than what USGS. Same depth. Well, actually, it was shallower, 6 kilometers in depth, shaking in the Kerch area, specifically the Kish area. Users on X said the intensity was maybe a 3 to a 4, felt light to moderate shaking. There might have been a smaller foreshock, a 2.6, hit near Cornardate at 12:16 Universal Time, possibly heightening awareness before this 4.6 or 4.7. Shaking likely extended to Shiraz, 90 kilometers northeast. They're saying there was no panic or evacuations. If you felt it, you can submit your report to USGS Did You Feel It page for community data. Supposedly it was widely felt, but not alarming. And the good news is that they're saying there is no confirms of significant harm or damage. No reports of landslides even for the Zagros Mountains. This quake is tied to the Zagros Fold and Thrust Belt, a massive system where the Arabian Plate pushes northward into the Eurasian Plate at about 2 to 3 centimeters per year. The epicenter points to thrust faults on the high Zagros fault zone, possibly on the Kazerun fault. I only got part of this fault drawn out here. Let's see, back in 2015, yeah, close to the same area, there was a magnitude 5.6. Then further to the north, yeah, look at that. There in 1853, there was a magnitude 7.7. I'm sure that one caused a lot of damage. Yeah. This is probably considered a common earthquake because they see about 20 to 30 magnitude 4 or larger quakes yearly. And in 2017, there was a magnitude 7.3 near the Iraq border. Don't know if I got that one on here or not. Let's see. I'll bring it out a little bit farther. So far, there hasn't been any aftershocks, but we'll keep an eye on it. I know a lot of you are interested in earthquakes, especially because of the nuclear power plant over there. And I often wonder about these earthquakes because they can be created, you know, by different governments. They can make earthquakes, and I'm sure they got it where they can pinpoint them. Ever since that earthquake, the first one that they created at Christchurch, Australia, yeah, that was one of their first tests in creating earthquakes. So that's all I have for you right now. If you have any thoughts or if you have family that did feel it there, they're saying no damage, but I'm sure there was. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.